them, but I've recently gotten into like watching a lot of video game tournaments like League of Legends and StarCraft 2 and fighting tournaments and all that. I'm wondering, do you guys shoutcast, and if you do, like how you got into it, and if you don't, like do you want to get into it? Is that interesting? Like how's that all go?
Well, I think that's more a question for Howard.
I don't even know what a shoutcast is.
What is shoutcasting?
Oh, sorry. It's just and the League of Legends and like some of the StarCraft 2 people refer to the people that like commentate over like large tournaments as like shoutcasters. That's just what they call them.
Yeah, we do streams.
We do local stuff.
Yeah.
In Connecticut. But we
About the old thing, this team.
Yeah, it actually started with Super Turbo, and what was funny?
Super Street Fighter
yeah,
2
Super
Turbo.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo, yeah. So when it started, what happened was, what actually made our streams different than everyone else's was, it was more personal. So like, you know, we would be on the mic, we wouldn't even be doing any commentary on the game, we would just be talking about, you know, everything, basically. Remember, it was that one time that we were reading out Christmas cards. Remember the ones you got given us?
Yeah, we did a very successful stream. We started with, in this man's house, we have arcade cabinets. So the game that we play, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, it's an older game. And as you know, we all play hardcore. We actually played it competitively at tournaments for the last, well, I don't know, decade or so. So we started streaming that out of his actual house, out of his second floor apartment.
No, third floor.
Third floor apartment.
At that time.
At that time. So we had like 10 guys in a small cramped area. Small building, that was pretty disgusting. But we had some good streams going. And like one time we hit several thousand people watching.
Yeah.
And from there it branched out into the more mainstream games. Street Fighter 4, Marvel 3 at various tournaments. So we actually have a website for the fighting games. Don'tBlowThis.com is actually the address. And Twitch.tv/Don'tBlowThis is the fighting game streaming area you can check out. We've all done commentary at various points on that there.
One last note on that streaming question. In 2012, YouTube will begin to be doing mainstream streaming. And this is a big new program they're pushing out. They haven't given me a date yet, but what I would like to do when that's enabled, they actually contacted me as one of the people they want to like be a beta of that program. So we're going to try all kinds of stuff. We may do fighting game tournaments, we may just do casuals, we may do actual streaming of my Let's Plays. It could be anything, but it's cool. There's new technology now that they want us to try out. It's like you're just trying to get into the same business as Twitch TV and all the other, you know, shoutcast websites. Yes, sir.
Okay, as someone who's interested in getting into streaming and doing the YouTube thing, but I always seem to plan a lot and like I can never really get myself to jump. Do you have anyone like advice for me to like just finally do it, or like how much planning did you? You sound kind of like you just decided to do it one day, but I kind of just think about it too much. So.
I believe the first gaming video I ever put up, I was playing Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, Part 1. And I was doing the the Star Destroyer sequence. I don't know if you played that game, but you have to use your hands to use force to control the Star Destroyer. The developer of that game has admitted openly he effed up the controls. It doesn't work. You try to do it, and sometimes until you push left, and it doesn't work. You have to push right. I tried to beat that thing for a half hour, and I couldn't beat it. I said, I'm recording this, I'm putting it on the internet, so everyone's gonna know how bad this sucks. And just that raw emotion of when I did that, I think a lot of people were like, whoa, you know, when do you see someone doing something like that? Usually you see someone doing a Let's Play or whatever, you don't see someone flipping out at something like that. So what I would say is find something that, number one, you're enjoying, but maybe something that you feel that it would really convey emotion, it would convey something unique, rather than just, I'm playing the game, okay, I killed this guy, I killed that guy, because anyone can do that.
Okay, so I guess one more thing is that I guess I also am sort of like hesitant to start out because I'm like, well, if nobody's watching, then what's the point? So I guess I should just...
Gotta start somewhere.
Just don't, you know what, I don't know if this worked for me, I don't know if it's going to work for anyone else, I'm just speaking from my personal experience. Just do what you want to do.
Just don't care.
Do what you want to do, because if you're enjoying what you want to do, regardless if it becomes popular, you're still going to enjoy doing it, and it's not like you're wasting your time. And what the hell, if people end up enjoying it along with you, that's great. If not, oh well, you still had fun, right?
Let me jump on that for a second.
Yeah,
Oh, he's got a mic.
I got a mic.
His own mic.
We're sharing. I was here the whole time. No, I gotta say, definitely, like, find something you want to do, go out there and do it. I mean, if you want to find out whether don't worry about whether someone's gonna like it or not. Believe me, they'll tell you. But just get out there and put out a video. I started a tiny little channel for myself, kind of the spin-off of the spin-off of the spin-off here. But seriously, just put out. If you just find something, if you think of something funny, just put out a video, just put out maybe a video a week, video every 2 weeks, just something out there. Once you get started, the momentum starts to build up, and you start to enjoy it a lot once you see, oh wow, I got 400 views on this and 20 comments, and no one's making derogatory remarks about me. This is pretty sweet. And it's a lot of good encouragement to keep going, so you just got to start.
By the way, there will never be an instance on YouTube where someone will not make derogatory remarks, so just get used to it.
Yeah. That's got to
Come
get
on down with the General Resist the Show shirt. Let's go ahead, where'd you get that shirt, by the way?
I was the first customer of John
okay.
Show merchandise.
All right,
so.
what's going on there?
Nice.
When is OJ's debut on Project 7 gonna be?
Depends on how nice he is to us.
Oh.
These demands were too incredible. It was like, I need a trailer, I need,
A giant bowl of only brown
it
M&Ms.
was we're currently in contract negotiations with OJ and his people, and we're trying to work it out. So.
Nice. Yeah, I drove you guys here.
Oh, go ahead. Follow up and then
When
we
can
can
we expect the DSP movie after all these successful shows?
You know it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming to theaters
Oh, like in
in
theaters.
20.
Theaters?
3DSP, watch for it.
Could happen.
A 3D movie?
When I'm dead,
Yeah,
it's someone else to
3D.
play
It's gotta be
me.
in 3D.
All right, sir?
Yeah, I was just wondering what your thoughts and concerns are regarding this stop timeline piracy act.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Goes an
All
hour.
right, it's gonna get heavy. Ready? Get serious. It's worrying. It's worrying for a lot of reasons. And the number one reason is, our U.S. government, they mean well, okay? They're not trying to hurt anyone. They're not trying to shut down anything. What they're trying to do is stop online piracy, which is fine. The concerns of the gaming community right now are that if an act like SOPA passes, that it won't be interpreted as the way that it was meant to be written. Now, the way, for those who have no idea what we're talking about, there's currently a bill in our U.S. government that, if it gets passed, will give unprecedented powers to our government to censor the internet. If they feel that your website has copyright infringing content, they'll be able to contact the internet service provider. So let's say you have Comcast or Cablevision or Verizon, whoever gives your internet. Oh, well, YouTube has a video on it that infringes copyrights. You must now block YouTube from all of your users. And this is how it's written in the law. It's that broad right now. So right now there's a lot of real concern in the internet community. Now, our lawmakers are telling us the only reason that this bill is being pushed through Congress is because they want to stop websites outside of the United States, like the Pirates Bay and all those, those well-known BitTorrent sites that are stealing stuff and sharing it all over the internet. I hope that if this does pass, that is the intention that they use with that law. The problem is the law is so broadly worded right now that all it's going to take is one zealot, one judge, one corporation, someone who just says, I have an agenda, let me try to twist this and use it against a US-based company, and it could have really bad repercussions for the entire internet. So I've been speaking about it several times on my channel, DSPGaming, all year, and I really hope that everyone who would at least do a little bit of primary research on what SOPA is, and at the very least, be educated, because it's pretty scary. And I've had fans who've written their congressman. Just to give you an example, I had a fan who wrote his congressman, and he said, Senator, whoever, Senator blah, blah, blah. There were 300,000 people who wrote you saying that we don't want SOPA to pass. And his response to that fan was, well, most of the people in Congress want that to pass, so we must be right. What? Everyone who voted for you says don't pass this, but you think you're smarter than everyone who voted for you. So it's kind of scary. That's why I spoke about it so much this year. I mean, will it affect YouTube? I don't know. And it really is kind of up in the air right now. Everyone who does stuff on YouTube is terrified that if this passes, that could be the end of Let's Plays, could be the end of game reviews.
I heard a rumor that YouTube said that if this thing passes, they're going to shut down their site.
I wouldn't believe that. What they would have to do is restructure and probably find a way around it. Maybe have a video review system where they literally have to review every video before it goes up live. But can you imagine how long it would take for YouTube to review every video before it goes live on the internet? It would be impossible with their current staff and their structure. So
That happened. Well, to piggyback off that though, like looking at the live stream of that whole thing going on in the House of Representatives, there are a lot of ignorant people that don't know anything. They're just passing it for the sake of passing.
oh yeah,
It's just like, really? Like you're not going to read it and it's...
But guys, it's bipartisan.
Pretty much. No, there are very few bipartisan bills, so we must be right. If everyone agrees, we must
That
be
seems
right.
like it is, and the one few people that are actually like, hey guys, this is kind of stupid and stuff, they're like, no, don't listen to them.